Peace and power. Welcome to another episode of I Thought We Wanted Change. We have real conversations with real people who speak the unapologetic truth. I am your host, Sister King Bade. Joining me tonight is my lovely co-host, Dr. DeSava, along with our powerful panel of guests who are not afraid to go there. So tonight's topic is a part two of weaponizing the system when lies send men to prison. So in part one, we unpacked the emotional, legal, and community impact of false allegations. So tonight we're going to go a little bit deeper. We're talking about patterns, motives, consequences, accountability, and most importantly, solutions. Because if we really want change, we have to be brave enough to confront uncomfortable truths. So let's start here. I want everybody to go ahead and introduce themselves before we actually get into this topic.
Dr. Nusaba.
She didn't say Dr. the Saver.
Seems like everybody know me by now.
Yeah, I'm critical, y'all.
From the Critical Show.
From the Critical Show.
You're on mute.
My bad. J Black the God, aka Mama K Black. I was on mute, y'all.
Okay. Thank you all for being here. So let's start here. When we say weaponizing the system, what do we actually mean? So we're talking about using institutions, law enforcement, courts, child services, restraining orders, not for protection, but for punishment, to get back at the person for revenge, for leverage in breakups, for for any type of situation where somebody feel like they were done wrong, any type of wrongdoing. So for control in custody battles, anything, right? So
Facts.
what is the difference between seeking protection and seeking revenge?
Mm.
That's a question.
Well,
I would say the revenge is usually followed up by lies.
Okay.
facts. Facts.
Anybody else?
I
Yeah.
mean, they're different, but I mean, you can pretty much tell. Not all the time, but most times you can pretty much tell when a woman's seeking revenge. It's kind of hard to hide it.
Facts.
The emotions are so heavy sometimes on some women that you know that's the route they choose to go. And before thought can
You
enter
know,
their mind, they already gone with the feeling. And it's dangerous. I don't think a lot
facts.
of women realize how dangerous that can be just because they mad.
A lot of women, some women, they don't even have to, just be mad at you. It's just the society that they grew up in, and that's what they were seeing all the time. So that's what they used to. You feel what I'm saying? I done seen plenty of times where a man was having a few words with his lady, and then she ended up calling the police for nothing. You feel what I'm saying? It's just a lot that some women just be doing too much, but it all goes back to their upbringing, their surroundings, their environment, because a lot of people have grew up in a toxic household, where they didn't seen they aunts and uncles and they mama and daddy fighting and cussing each other out and calling the police, and you know it's so much, man. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot.
Hmm. So, have you ever seen situations where the system was clearly used as a weapon?
Yes. For one example, a few months ago. Well, I wouldn't say a few months ago. I would say um last year. You know, Candace Matthews, she called the police on her husband, and they had her husband on every news station in the state of Texas. You know what I'm saying? Releasing his, you know, record from 1993 all the way into now. You feel what I'm saying? So her being in a position that she was in, where she thought she was in a powerful position, until the Democratic Party stopped fooling with her. You feel what I'm saying? Because they don't want to be tied to the negativity, you know. But if you're married, you know what I'm saying, just like natural, you married, you and Terrence married. Okay. Y'all get into it, you get pissed off, call the laws and tell the police, oh, he didn't choke you or made you break a nail, and bam, here he go. He on every news station it is, because you have been in the public's eyesight, and everybody knows who Natural is.
I have a question for you though. Did he really do it though? Did he
The
really grab
thing about she she said he broke her nail.
her? Then he grabbed her then. I mean, I don't know if it warrants a call to the police, but I mean he did
You
something.
know, but the thing about that is it stems back to a relationship that her husband was an affair that her husband was having with this other lady. You feel what I'm saying? So it all came to light. So he was trying to tell her, you know, leave her alone. You feel what I'm saying? Trying to diffuse the situation, or whatever. You feel what I'm saying? So she wasn't having it. So she thought that she was going to use her legal stance on her husband, instead of using her legal stance for the motherfuckers that's fucking over our people in our community.
Mm.
Calling the police because your nail got broke shows how disingenuous you are right there. It's
Facts.
almost not a single circumstance where a broken nail warrants you to call the police. You trying to get somebody in trouble when you do shit like that.
Yeah.
Exactly. And the man's still on probation right now. Right
Uh,
now, that man on probation.
I would need more to the story, because I don't know any police officers gonna arrest somebody for a broken nail.
What is that?
No, HPD gonna do it. Matter of fact, it wasn't even HPD. It was Precinct 4. And she
So
knows
then
matter of fact, she knows the officer that came over there from Precinct 4.
Even
she
still,
wrong for
he
that.
goes to write the report.
Yeah, she wrong for that.
But when he goes to write the report, there had to be more than a broken nail.
No, because the thing about it is, they was looking at his arrest record from 1993 all the way to now.
Mm.
And the news drug that. He has a record from 1993 all the way to now. And then he also had um, a domestic case, years ago, before this even transpired. So, yes, of course, they're going to use that.
So
And by the
Michael Noble wants to know what was the cause of her broken nail.
because he was messing with old girl, and old girl exposed the entire
You don't
situation.
think he has to
She,
grab her in order for her nails to get broke? Because she wears those long, long nails, though. And whenever you
but
grab
but
one of
the
them
thing about
nails,
it is,
put them,
but the thing
put them
about
in
it is,
calf, them things hurt.
you know how long she be having those nails on, so you
No,
I
don't
don't
think
mean no
they
no,
was
harm.
ready
She
to
could
I
have
come.
don't
broke a
follow.
nail.
I don't.
She could have broken a nail just waving her hands around being pissed off.
Exactly.
I mean
That's right.
that
Exactly.
don't
That's
mean
that's
that
right.
doesn't mean anything. So basically,
That's
what they
right.
did was, regardless whether she broke her nail or not, what they did was they took her word for it, and that's it.
That's
This
right.
is what
That's right. And that's
usually
exactly what
happens.
they did. Yep, that's exactly what they did.
Okay, so do
That's
you
what
know any
usually happens.
other like situations, or have y'all been in any other situations that y'all can speak on?
I done seen that dynamic happen a lot of times with a lot of different people. I done seen that so many times. It's ridiculous. And I can't even say that every time the woman was necessarily wrong, but just the act of calling the police on your dude, I done seen that a whole bunch of times. And like I told y'all last time, now I'm starting to see where dudes is like, I'm about to call him. You know,
Yeah.
I'm starting to see that now.
Oh yeah, men call
Yeah.
first. Men call first these days. They be calling.
You know,
To be honest, I don't
you
blame
know,
them.
but the thing about that is, if you with a person and you know a person well enough, why even put yourself in that situation?
Yep.
That's
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 it
how
right
that's how I
there.
look at it.
That's
Because
it.
if I know that's your thing, because that's not your first time her mentioning calling the police or her having some type of conversation with one of her siblings or one of her friends about, a situation like that. You know, if a person that you've been with for many, many years and y'all been married, y'all have kids together, all these type of things, and then you just get a wild hair up your ass to prove a point to let him know that you got the upper hand, you know, and that's why I say I'd rather not even put myself in that position. And just like I said, if I was her husband, soon as I would have hit the motherfucking doors at 701 San Jacinto, when daylight came, I would have been to the first fucking lawyer office to divorce her ass.
Oof.
Straight up. Straight up. Why
Beat
you
it.
want to be with somebody that's gonna put you in harm? That's playing with your livelihood. So a lot of times as men, we can't even let ourselves get put in those type of situations
Mm.
Yeah.
because
Melly,
just like if a man beating on a woman, he didn't gave you signs of that already.
Yeah.
You just never acted on it. So now he didn't did it, and he didn't did it again, and he didn't did it again, and did it again.
Yeah.
So why put yourself in that situation?
hmm.
But calling the police, say that's a big no-no. That's a big no-no. I wouldn't care how many kids we got together, what we accomplished together. Once you dial 911 on me, shit, that's a wrap. That's a
That's
wrap.
basically like saying you want to see me dead. Just knowing black people where we come from, what we done had to go through, and you gonna call the slave patrol on me?
Yeah.
You don't care about my
Yeah,
life.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
like that
because
with
you never know
anybody.
what they
Male
gonna
or
do to you
female.
when they
Yeah.
get there.
Them people subject to kill me in there, and you gonna send me to them?
Exactly. That's right. That's right.
Anybody that thinks about returning back to a person who made a threat like that is stupid.
Got a lack of
Exactly. Because
self love.
hey, because they gonna do it eventually. They didn't told you they gonna do it.
Yeah.
So believe them when they say they gonna do it.
Yeah. And even if they never did it, the fact that you threatened it was enough for me.
Hmm.
Exactly. That's enough for me. You sure
That's
right.
enough. I don't need nothing else.
So, Bamali,
Nothing.
go ahead. Go ahead, Critical.
Oh no, I ain't say nothing.
Okay.
I was just
So,
agreeing
okay. So, why do you think false allegations are often dismissed as rare or like not a big deal?
because a lot of our people are used to that type of behavior because that's the household that they have lived in, and that's why a lot of women don't have a problem with a man putting his hands on her because he didn't seen her mama go through it, he didn't seen her aunt go through it, he didn't seen what she didn't seen one of her siblings go through it. So yes, you feel what I'm saying. It's just that cycle. It's just that cycle.
But we're
I
talking
think it's
about
men's
false
fault.
allegations here. We're not talking about real allegations. We're talking about
I
false
think it's
allegations.
men's fault.
I don't want to get off topic of what the show is about. We're talking about false allegations. So why do you think false allegations are often dismissed as rare or not a big deal?
And he just blew it off like everything gonna be okay,
Hmm.
and that's the wrong way to think.
Okay.
I think it's men's fault because throughout history we've romanticized the woman. And although y'all are delicate and virtuous and stuff, it's been like that for so long that women have fallen into a space of being so comfortable in non-reality because y'all have never been forced to live in it. You know what I
Mm,
mean? Accountability has this the first time it's being forced on women. So at
mm,
this point, it's like um when we see a woman do something or we hear about a woman doing something, we still looking at women as the precious creatures that we set out for them to be. And so
Hmm.
it's hard to judge them on that. It's hard to say, it's hard to say that any woman is a bad person. You know what I'm saying? We really got to see what you did for us to make that determination. And not to mention other women almost not gonna let you think that you're a bad person or that you got something wrong with you. Y'all just not rocking like that. So I think uh that's what makes it difficult to persecute women when it comes to making false allegations on people.
Because there's still this idea that, a woman wouldn't lie about that.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You sure
but,
right, doctor.
but you know what? Hold up, though. I was just, as I was sitting here, it's an echo, right? It's an echo. So, as I was listening to you all speak, I just thought about something. You know those old black and white movies, or even now to these days where you see the woman get upset or she's at a dinner table, he says something wrong, and she just throws a drink in his face or slaps
Yeah,
the
yeah.
hell out of him and walk away. I think that women, especially looking at movies like that, that was always the norm for women. You know, for women to take out their anger on men in a physical way or push them or get upset, slap them, throw a drink in their face, and it was okay.
Yeah. It's
Hmm.
always been seen as it's not that serious.
Yeah,
It's a
because it's a
woman.
woman.
She's
It's
not
not
gonna, she
that
can't really hurt you, all that
Right.
type of stuff.
yeah.
Right.
So I have a question for both of you. And be honest, have y'all ever had a woman hit you?
Hell
Oh
yeah.
yeah, most definitely.
Like
Yes, yes, most
hell yeah,
definitely. Yes.
yeah.
I
Okay,
think it
Yeah.
happens so much more
yeah,
ever
If
talk
we
about.
was together long enough, oh yeah, for
yeah.
sure.
You know, some men are afraid to say that though,
I done had women
I don't know why.
because
every time a woman hit
society
me,
makes it seem as if they're weak for speaking up.
every time a woman hit me, she was dead wrong. And I exposed that. and
Mm.
she didn't like it. The shame and the guilt piss a woman off to the point where she want to fight you. And all I did was say, I'm gonna just give y'all the short of one of these stories. So I caught the woman in a lie, like a very, very silly lie.
Yeah.
But it was so obvious that I didn't even have to fuss. Once I let her know, hey, so you trying to tell me that somebody you know from your place of work used my account to pay for something. You talk to the people at my bank to get the money back. They sent you a check in the mail for my money. You cashed it and spent the money on something for the household. So I'm just not going to ever see that. Like, it was just a huge lie. So I just walked off, turned around and walked off. I never said nothing else about it. And we went to sleep, and Spirit told me, wake up. So I woke up, but I didn't open my eyes and I didn't move. And she was already up. It's like 5, 6 in the morning. She was already up, slamming cabinets, acting like she cleaning up, but just mad as hell. And out the blue, she just jumped right on the bed, right on me, and literally was upset because she was lying and told me, you think I'm the only one who lied? Like, got close in my ear to say this. And I'm like, are you serious? You wrong. You know, you even
Yeah.
got it like,
Yeah.
you know, oh yeah, she swung on me for that. I left.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It's crazy.
Yeah, man. Because I refuse to get beat on. That's one thing I'm not gonna do. I'm not gonna get beat on. I ain't gonna hit you back, but I'm not gonna get beat on either.
I'll tell you, not doing.
Yeah.
Have y'all ever stayed
Yeah.
with a woman that put their hands on you?
Yeah. Yeah.
it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Why?
I can answer fast. everything, everything that I ever stayed for. Every time my wife ever did anything wrong, or I felt was wrong, and I stayed, is because my family. That's for most
Facts.
men. That's the
Facts.
bottom line. We want our family because
Facts.
9 times out of 10, we put that union together. Nobody want to set out to start a project, and this project is for life. And then in 10 years, we done failed. We not trying to do that. So if we
Facts.
can if we can get it right, we're gonna keep going until it's just
You, you,
unbearable.
you, because just like you said a little while ago, what I'm saying, you know, a woman can't hurt you. You feel what I'm saying? So, even though she may slap the shit out you, you feel what I'm saying? You all right. You feel what I'm
Yeah,
saying? It
Mm,
ain't like she got the
no, I think a woman can hurt you now.
she can.
she can. No, don't. She can, but what I'm saying is, you know, just by her slapping you, or
Throwing a
in
drink or
that type
something.
of, yeah, you know what I'm saying, that can't hurt you. You feel what I'm saying? But
So you basically
it
what you're
is
saying is you just overlook it because it didn't hurt.
facts, facts, facts. Now, if it hurt it may turn out to something else. You feel what I'm saying? Some holes in the wall, or some stuff being broke. You know that type of thing.
Hmm.
Overlook it because it didn't hurt, or overlook it because we might say, "Man, you know how women do. You know how women are." We say that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So let's walk through some scenarios, right? So a woman files a domestic violence report during heated custody dispute. So there are no prior reports, no medical reports, no witnesses, but the accusation alone like results in the father being removed from the home and temporarily losing access to his children. Should allegations alone be enough to remove someone from their children?
No,
No, no, not at all.
it's not proven.
Sad
Exactly.
part. Sad part is though, depending on what state you in, the laws are different.
Facts.
So, like in
Yeah.
Texas, all you need is a witness. Say you shot
Oh
somebody
shit. That
or
is true.
somebody got shot. You don't. They don't need to have a weapon. They don't need to have no evidence. They just need one person to say you did
And you going to 701 San Jacinto.
it. That's where you will be.
But I think now they have to see some type of evidence, some type of proof, like some type of scratches, even on the man. They have to see some type of evidence that they've been in some altercation, some physical altercation.
Mm.
I don't
Uh,
think they just go
Times
off
I
the
done
word of
seen
mouth anymore.
them laws
Yeah.
get there, and the woman that said you hit her, they probably
Yeah,
taking
you
you to
going
jail.
down.
You
Yeah, you
probably
you
going to
going
jail.
down. Hey,
So,
I ain't lying. You going down.
so
Going to jail.
Prosperity Creations 7801 asks, have y'all ever hit a woman first?
I ain't never did that.
Nah, nah,
Okay.
Michael
nah.
Noble said, "Yep."
No, 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 that was an accident. I was going through the comments. He did not say that. No, 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 no. I'm going to, y'all are wild. Brother, I am so sorry, Mike. That was an accident because I'm going through the comments. Oh my God, I'm not fixing to play with y'all. I can't do it.
Nah,
I said I do it.
nah, I'm not swinging. I'm not hitting no woman. I wasn't raised like that.
Oh my
No,
goodness.
Nah.
and
That was crazy.
seeing that's the thing. But it's a lot of men that wasn't raised like that.
Yeah.
But the society that and the environment that a lot of our men are coming up from, they're seeing that even though they may have not came from a household that they seen that in, but they mimicking what they have seen and feel that is okay.
Mm.
True. Or these young boys are being raised by their mama only, and
Yeah,
Oh,
the
yeah.
come on.
emotional behavior that they mama have, they have it.
They pick it up. They
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
So they unravel when they girlfriend don't do what they want them to do. Now they want to fight.
Okay,
Oh,
I'm
so,
gonna have
oh,
to clear this
oh.
up. Y'all dragging my brother a little bit in these comments, okay? Mike did not say that he has hit a woman. That was me going through the comments and pinning the comments so I can see the comments on the screen.
Damn,
Y'all
Mike.
gonna get off of Mike like that. Y'all gonna get off of Mike like that. Y'all are so wild. Man. I can't with y'all. Okay, so I can't.
That
Let me
timing
get
was
back on track.
impeccable. I ain't
Okay,
lying.
so it's different scenarios. So what do y'all think about a woman that lies about rape or being sexually molested
To go
or
to jail.
They need to go to jail. They need to be in TDC.
Anytime you lie and you ain't lying to these white folks, something needs to happen to you. Quit lying on
That's
people,
right.
man. Quit
do you
lying on
That's
people.
right.
do you feel like they should get the same amount of time or more?
More.
Facts. Facts. That's right. Yeah, that's right.
Because why?
That's right.
If this person who didn't do nothing is about to get in trouble, they probably finna you lose years of their life. And you don't even give
Yep.
a damn. You ain't shit. You a piece of shit. There ain't no
Yep.
humanity in you
Facts.
when you can do something like that.
Facts. Facts. Facts.
I saw a
And
dude. Go ahead, critical.
no, no, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I saw a dude who got in trouble with his little friend, and they both was at the crime scene and got in trouble for the crime. but the friend got caught.
Mm.
When the laws finally caught up to the little dude, his lawyer was trying to get him to tell on the friend and remove himself from all accusations. But his daddy
Facts.
was like, nah, bro, I'm not finna even sit up there and let you do that to that young man. You did that shit with him, you gotta go fade that case too. You ain't finna lie on him so you can go home. You shouldn't have did it.
Yeah.
Facts. Facts. That's right. That's right. That's exactly right. And a situation that was brought to my attention, um, we did well, the female wanted us to do um a show, on her baby daddy because she said that he raped her, and out of that situation she had a baby girl. Now, the thing that she explained to me, and Tasha Mack was my co-host at that time. She explained to us, she kept trying to get us to do a show on him, do a show on him. Well, he raped me, he kept giving me Everclear. So basically she told us that um she met this dude, um, they was talking and they was drinking, and he kept giving her Everclear. The thing, and that what caught my attention because she kept stressing that he kept giving her Everclear.
But
Now,
you kept drinking
if you don't,
Everclear.
if you don't
Right.
want this drink, why are you steady drinking it? Why are you steady taking it? So he ain't make you do a damn thing. So the next thing I thought about was she say, um, after all the drinking, she wake up and he on top of her. Okay, now you wake up, somebody jumping up and down in you, and y'all never been intimate, none of that. Y'all just, you know what I'm saying, buddy, buddy, whatever the relationship is. But you say, tell me that you woke up and this dude was on top of you. So my next question was, what did you do? Did you call the police? She was like, nah. I said,
What?
why not? Yeah, hey, doctor, that what she said, doctor. She said, which I know she was lying, because if you feel that somebody drug you, poisoned you, or any of that type of shit to rape you, why you ain't call 911?
Yeah.
And it's a stranger.
So so
No.
out of that situation, now it's a baby girl that's been conceived out of that one time situation. So now let's fast forward before I even knew about that story. They came to the Underground Awards together as a couple. I have the footage, I have the pictures. They came as a couple. But here we go, months down the road. I guess he didn't want to deal with her no more, whatever. Well, she found out that he was still with the woman that he been with. And so I guess, he didn't want to have nothing to do with her after that one time or whatever. You feel what I'm saying? So after that, then here comes all of the allegations that he raped her. Now we all know that all it takes is one time for somebody to get pregnant. But we got to go fast forward again back to the awards when y'all came as a couple. That's
So
how that's how I met them. That's how I met them. That's how I knew who they were.
But then, I mean, I'm listening to it, and it doesn't mean that it didn't happen just because they were together.
Look at Bam.
But the thing
Mm.
about that is she kept saying over and over, he kept giving me Everclear. That's what she was blaming on the alcohol the entire time. He kept giving me Everclear. I'm talking about that's all she kept saying.
My
Oh,
issue
he
is
kept
And
giving me.
once she,
Doc, they supposedly just met the night when he gave her all that Everclear. So how
oh,
you as a couple with him at this place?
gotcha. Now it all makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And matter of fact, they was doing a podcast together, the Flesh Chronicles, whatever the hell she called that shit. They were doing a podcast together. Yeah, they were doing a podcast together.
Yeah, she
So
lying.
So,
yeah, so out of all of this, you mean that since you then got a wild hair up your ass because this man don't want to have nothing to do with you no more because he's still with his woman, or you found out he's still with his woman. So now you're screaming rape, but at the same time you ain't filed no damn police report. But you want me to put my neck on the line and do a show on this man? No, hell no, no, hell no.
okay, so I got to put my church finger up, right? So, did these allegations come like right when it happened, or did the allegations come a little bit after?
No, they came way down the line. I'm talking about okay. The awards they were in December. I want to say um
So he was supposed to
she
have
didn't.
raped her before the award, the awards.
No, this was after this was after, but they came to the awards as a couple and they were doing a podcast together already, so they had some type of relationship together already.
Do
So
you
her
think
rape
that a person
story
could
couldn't
be in
be
a
true.
relationship with somebody and still get raped though? You don't think so?
But if somebody rape you, what you gonna do? You call a 911, right?
Yeah, the whole point is so
I
far
beat their ass.
where I'm hearing the discrepancy is that is one, she received alcohol and it happened more than once. But she received alcohol and she didn't do anything about it. And
She
then
kept drinking.
right. And then after that, you decide to be a couple with the same person that did this.
Facts.
That's wild.
But but after she found out that he was still with the woman that he's been with, that's when the situation comes in with the rape allegations. But my thing about it is,
Okay.
why
Yeah, that's
you
what I'm
never
trying to
went
say.
to
Okay.
yeah, why you never went to the police? Why you ain't called the police? You telling me what he so called did, but you ain't called the police and tell them what he did.
Okay, so this is what I was thinking, right? Because I had to listen and kind of process everything. Because I know that some women do decide to stay with their abuser, and I do see that a lot in domestic violence, victims, and that's why I stopped doing or conducting domestic violence rescues because
Facts.
they tend to go back.
They're gonna go
Uh,
back. Exactly.
so, I don't want anybody to think that, we're laughing or joking or anything about, rape or abuse or anything like that, because we're definitely not.
Yeah,
I
that's
just
very
try to
serious.
make sense of the situation. That's why I just asked you to kind of keep going. I just want to hear like a little bit more. So the rape allegations came after she found out that he was someone else. He was with someone else.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yep. That's when the whole rape allegations thing came about.
Okay.
Yeah,
She
because
really
that's
got
just
a horrible lie. She got a bad lie because her lie places her with this man during the rape, and he is a stranger at this point. You don't know him when he do this to you. Y'all start drinking, he take you somewhere and then rape you. How you still around him after that?
So,
Facts.
so do you think that after a man ends a relationship, days later or weeks later, he's accused of assault, and sometimes it will start trending on social media. His job suspend him pending investigation. His people
Facts.
are upset. Her people are upset. His name circulates on social media before any evidence is presented. He's assumed guilty before innocence is ever claimed.
Mm-hmm. Facts. Facts.
Yeah.
So do you feel
Facts.
like
You know,
social
and
media?
you know, and to me, it really hit me different. You feel
Mhm.
what I'm saying? Because I done been down there to TDC. And I know a whole lot of men that are still down there because somebody then lied on them. And I was not about to play a part in that shit to spread no motherfucking lies on somebody that look exactly like me. Because you're in your feelings, you should have never been fucking with this man knowing that he was with this woman anyway.
Yeah.
So do you think that social media could become a courtroom before they could ever face a judge or a jury?
Yes, yes, yes. Off top. Yeah, off top.
Because people got hearts and people are empathetic. So they hear a woman crying, anybody hear a woman
Yeah,
crying,
man. Yep.
It's
we
true.
on
So what damage you think is done even if he's later proven innocent?
you. Whatever. It's like if you see, I don't know if y'all know Clifton Powell.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Once you see Clifton Powell play a role where he's nasty and mean to women and shit, and you don't like him no more, damn near in every role. And
Yeah.
it's
Facts.
because it's an aesthetic image of what's going on to humanity. It's just acting, but I can relate real life to it. So now that you
Facts.
done show me this and you act so damn good that this looks like it's really you, it don't matter
Mm-hmm.
when you play
Mm-hmm.
Pinky. I still see that.
Yeah,
So
Yeah.
he mentioned that in an interview that
once
he
you put
plays
it
these roles and that people see him as this individual, not realizing it is acting.
right,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's right.
once you put a certain jacket on somebody, it's gonna stick.
You know, and my thing is you lying, man. You trying to fuck up somebody's whole life with a lie.
Yeah.
With a lie.
Every day.
Somebody spending the rest of their days locked behind them boys right now because somebody done fucking lied.
Yeah.
And then you wanna showboat around and like, man, get the fuck out of here with that shit. That makes our community, community already having enough problems as it is. But to carry a lie like that somebody actually raped you, and if she done told me that and tried to get me to cover the story, just imagine how many other people she done told that same shit to.
Yeah.
Just imagine.
Yeah.
So should do you
You
feel
know,
like
you know, and then I even reached out to the man and explained the entire situation, but he said he didn't have nothing to say, which I believe, when he was saying that, it was a lie. I believed him. You feel what I'm saying? Because the things that she told to me, it just didn't add up. Because somebody do something horrible to me, something like that, or to one of my daughters or one of my siblings,
Yeah.
yeah, you supposed to call the motherfucking police. Tell
Yeah.
me after you tell the police.
Right.
so what
I
if the
tell you,
person doesn't go to law enforcement? Should there be a legal consequence of knowingly false public accusations?
Yes. Yeah.
And what
Yeah.
do you
Yeah.
think the time for that should be?
Because just like, She tried to destroy this man's life
Mm.
with a lie. You need to go sit your ass in TDC for whatever time that they was gonna get that man from those allegations that you proclaimed that he did. The same
Can I
amount of
ask
time that
the
they was gonna.
or more?
Yeah,
Can I
facts,
ask the
facts.
women can I ask the women on the panel a question?
Sure.
Sure.
So from what I've seen and experienced, when women do that, it's usually because they felt a feeling and they hurt and they want the man to feel that same way.
Right.
Mhm.
That's accurate.
No, that's accurate. Okay, I was gonna say number one, is that true? And number two, why is it so hard to fight against that feeling?
Hmm. Hmm.
Because they have their
Yeah,
own
man.
trauma. They have their own trauma that they haven't really, come to terms with and managed. And I've known, like I said before, I've known females that have done things like this. I went into detail on the first episode about so many females that have lied, saying they were raped when they weren't raped, or saying that a guy, beat on them or whatever. These things happen a lot of times. Sometimes, believe it or not, the saddest part, sometimes it happens simply because women want the attention.
Damn.
Facts. You sure right. And this particular person damn sure want all the damn attention with all of the damn lies.
Yeah, sometimes they're mad at the person, and the easiest way to get all the sympathy and the attention is to exaggerate an issue or just absolutely create one.
Or just to be
Facts.
spiteful and vengeful.
Right. Because sometimes the situation did happen, it just didn't happen to the degree that they said it. So then they twisted in their mind that it happened
And
the way that they told
exaggerated.
everybody. Right. They exaggerate something. So for instance, he hits her, knocks her hand, and she was like, I was physically abused, because in her mind, she wants it to be that way. So she's going to say, technically, that's the law. So that's what I'm going with.
I've seen somebody get
Uh-huh.
pushed and fall harder than what they should have felt. And it wasn't funny because he shouldn't have pushed her, but I was like, you did not have to fall like that. You know?
Right,
It was just that exaggerated type of
right,
fall.
Oh, she did a flop.
Yeah.
right.
It was,
Flop, doing the most.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was one of those.
I knew there
One,
was a problem with the brother that I was seeing. I knew there was a problem when he started hitting the walls. My mom told me a long
Oh,
time
oh
ago,
yeah.
when a man hits walls, you're next.
Yeah.
You're next. So I let him go just for hitting the wall.
Yeah, you're right. And,
Yeah,
and, and that was the best thing.
yeah,
Because and that's one of the signs, like I was saying earlier, that's one of the signs. If you see something, out of the norm, hey, the next time it may be you.
yeah. But what we don't need is, we don't need women getting all into these emotions and trauma and things and just making up stories or exaggerating stories, because like we were
Hmm.
saying earlier, they're really putting these men's life at risk, and
Hmm.
I don't
Hmm.
mean no
I
harm,
agree.
but in this day and age right now, we have a lot of men that are turning into women, and
Oh man.
behaving like women, up to the degree that they're gonna start doing what these women are doing. Keep it up. They're gonna start
Yeah,
doing the same thing these women are doing.
they already doing that.
All is.
Because there's nothing wrong with a man calling the police on a woman for physically hitting him, because women have to start taking accountability, for what they do too. But on the same token, though, we don't need brothers out here making up stuff, because, it's almost like the payback. A lot of people nowadays are doing
Yeah.
payback, and we don't need brothers out here starting to send women off. She hit me and she did this and she didn't do nothing. So these women need to stop setting a precedence. That's what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah,
Stop
but I've
setting a
never
precedent.
really heard a man say that before.
What these men gonna do is start back kicking ass, and then it's
Yeah.
gonna be bad.
Now I know they do
Yeah.
That's what
call
they're
the
gonna
cops. They
do.
call the cops in a heartbeat.
And that's all right. I ain't got a
Yeah.
problem with him calling the cops if she hit him because she needs to start checking herself.
Or if she's getting too loud or he feel like it's gonna get physical, they
Right,
will call.
absolutely. Call
They
the
will call.
police. Yeah, if you
Yep.
if but don't call the police just because now. Don't call the police just because you mad at her and be like, I got the right to
Facts.
call. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that.
That's
Yeah.
But
gay
at
as
the
hell.
same token, if you feel like you're about to physically get into something with her and she won't let you leave,
Yeah.
then you call the police. But if you feel like you're about to physically get into it with her, don't call the police, man, because then you ain't no better. Just leave and take care of you.
Okay,
Facts.
so do you feel like sometimes real victims get silenced because of all the false reports? Basically,
Yes. Yes.
law enforcement become kind of skeptical. Let's say there is abuse in the house, and okay, let's say there's a person that cries wolf, and then one day they actually get harmed in some type of way, and they take their cool time coming out there because they're like, "Oh, we're tired of coming to this house." But a genuine survivor comes forward, but faces doubt because there's so many cases that are extremely messy like that.
That happened to me before.
Really?
Uh, yeah, I was messing with this lady from New Orleans, and I was trying to leave. She didn't want to let me leave, and she had was holding some of my shit hostage, and she had some important papers of mine, and she started swinging or whatever, and the police got called. I can't remember if I called them. No, her mama called them. Miss Joyce called them. So the police get there, and I'm outside at this point, and I'm telling them, "Hey, bruh, I'm trying to leave. I just want my stuff out of here." Them people act like, "Oh, how long you been here with her?" She yelled out the door, 6 months. He said, oh man, it's kind of like y'all are married, man. So all your stuff is her stuff, man.
Oh no, not your clothes.
Yes,
No, that's not
yes,
true. That's a damn lie.
yes,
What?
yes.
No,
Not
That
are
your
you
man
for
clothes.
told
real?
me,
Yes,
No.
I'm telling
man,
you.
I swear,
That's
I
not.
experienced
coming
that
to
That's
our
myself.
marriage shit.
that's a problem I have with some
I experienced
officers.
that myself.
That's
Yes, you
that's
are
a
Okay,
problem
legally
I have with
married.
some officers.
officers need
'Cause
to
some
stop trying
officers
to
do
be
not know the
lawyers.
goddamn law because your clothes is not her clothes. Now, like let's say TV, furniture, things of that sort. If you're common law married after 6 months, then that's different. But your clothing is not
But
her
she was a
property
damn
until
lie.
in
I haven't
full.
even been there no 6 months because I ain't
Come
stay with
on.
her. I stayed around the corner.
Now, if
So
it's
it
like
ain't,
TV,
I ain't
PlayStation,
stay with
stuff
you.
like that, that's a civil case. But
But
your
they told
drawers,
me,
no.
he told me, man, just go up there and sweet talk her a little bit and then get your stuff. I said,
That's
man,
the
I'm
problem.
not
They don't
trying to
take
do
men
that shit.
seriously.
I'm not trying
When
to do that.
Yes,
when men are in a
exactly.
situation like that, they do not take men seriously. They just
They
don't.
don't.
See, and
Yep,
Yes.
you're
I'm
right.
gonna
They
tell you
they
how you
don't.
know it's not serious. He said, "Go sweet talk her."
Come on,
Right?
man.
You would never tell an officer would never tell a woman, "Go sweet talk them so you get your stuff." They would
Not at
never say
all.
that to a woman. Never. So that
That's some
So,
already shows
insensitive
that.
shit.
so how do y'all feel that false allegations hurt real victims?
You know,
It,
a
it,
real victim may have an issue, like I was saying, because they see that type of shit so much, or they believe, they just getting into it, or they come around black people and think that's just what we do. So now I can't get no goddamn help and I can't get my shit back. And I ain't never called the laws on nobody. I ain't never had no domestic violence case. I don't even
yeah,
need no shit like this.
yeah,
So now she finna set the whole damn apartment on fire with some of my paperwork. She tried to light that shit on fire and threw it behind the stove.
Oh hell no!
That,
We could
say,
that's
have
man.
when
been.
I went. That's when I went outside.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was it a gas stove, electric stove? What the hell was it?
Don't even matter. That motherfucker. Shit go catch on
That is
fire, man.
crazy. I don't mean to know.
You know,
Like that.
Mm.
No, I mean for
you know,
real. Like that's crazy.
yeah, because and I'm glad you told that story because it gave me a flashback some years ago, when I was married. Um me and my ex-wife, we had a disagreement,
Mm.
so I left, you know, and then I came back the next morning, she didn't call me and, say, telling me, all type of shit, and then when I get to the house, she sitting on the porch and got all of my shit in the suitcase and that bitch smoking. The
Fuck.
motherfucking suitcase smoking, so all my shit is on fire.
Oh wow.
Oh,
look, look,
Oh wow.
look. So I was like, man, hell no. And look, mind you, I'm 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 fresh out. I'm not too long getting home from TDC. You know what I'm saying? So I pull up and my shit smoking. So I was like, man, I'm finna call these motherfucking people. So I call them and they come out there. Guess what they do? Not a damn thing.
that's
You know what
Not
I
a
noticed?
damn thing.
They had to say something to you. What did they
that's
say?
fucked up, bro.
You know what I do?
That,
I do notice though that men can laugh at this stuff looking back at it, but
Yeah.
us
yeah,
women we can't
yeah.
laugh at that. We can't
No.
once we're abused. We don't find humor in that. So how do y'all find humor in stories like that? Do y'all find humor in it as saying, "Oh, this so and so was crazy, and I dealt with a crazy female"? Is that the humor in it?
Yeah, because
Yeah,
we got to take
you,
everything on the chin. We can't cry about nothing and harp on shit. People gonna
yeah.
say we acting like a woman. So
Acting
everything
like a
that's happened
woman.
to us, we got to keep
Exactly, exactly.
moving. We got to keep
That's
moving.
right. And that's the first thing. Oh, you acting like a little bitch. You acting like a woman. You a little hoe. You know what I'm saying?
You pussy.
Sometimes you have to, just like they say, a lot of times you have to laugh to prevent yourself from
I'm
crying.
fine.
You,
It
Laugh
yeah,
doesn't.
to
for
keep
real.
from
It
crying.
doesn't seem
I'm
fair.
telling you, and when that happened to me, when I'm looking at my shit getting burnt up, and these motherfucking police didn't do nothing. Oh well, yeah, yeah, y'all are married, and it's a silver matter. But shit,
No.
my shit is on fire right in front of y'all.
I
That's
like
arson
now.
and vandalism. God damn it.
Yeah, that is. I like watching true crimes and things like that. Um, this girl here talking about stop shacking up. He said he was married now. Uh, see, she
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah, I was
my
married.
train of thought. Look at that. I'm gonna get off my screen. Look, I ain't fixing to play with you today. Um, I watched true crimes and things of that sort, and I'm sorry, these guys. And I've seen someone literally go to jail. I can't remember what state it was for throwing out somebody's PlayStation 5 and smashing it up. And he had just purchased it. It was whenever it first came out, like literally first hit the shelves. And she went to jail for it. So I guess it depends on who comes out,
Yeah, it
what
does.
Yeah,
state it's
yeah,
in.
It
it
does.
does. It does.
Yeah, just like that same situation I shared before about me and my ex-husband, and he hit my hand, knocked my phone out, smashed it on the ground. But when the police came out, because my mom called the police, because when he knocked the phone out my hand, she was so afraid that something was that he hit me. That's what she was afraid of. So she called the police. But then when they got there, I didn't know they were coming. And then when they got there, they started to pressure me about, are you sure he didn't do anything? Are you sure he did? I'm like, I
Oh yeah,
told
yeah,
you
yeah,
there was
yeah,
no
yeah.
domestic violence. I'm not gonna say he hit me because he knocked the phone out my hand, smashed it. No, I'm not gonna add nothing to
Hmm.
it. Notice, and he was already a previous felon. No, I already knew that. And as much as at
Fact.
that moment I couldn't stand the sight of him, I couldn't stand everything about him, I wasn't gonna send him to jail and have him picked up as a previous
Yeah.
felon. Come
Yeah,
on.
they
Yeah.
Know
will
your
try to
enemy.
push
Know
you.
your enemy. Know your real enemy.
Right?
Fact.
Remember that
Facts.
on part one, I told y'all about this story about me and Terrence like playing outside, like we were in our 20s, outside the gym, and that man came around flashing that FBI badge, wanted to take him so bad. Wanted to take him to jail so bad. I kept telling him we were playing, we were playing, but
Now.
he wasn't trying to hear that.
I'm glad they didn't know he had my ex had a previous record. I didn't mention it at all. But
They didn't look him up or anything.
I don't know if they did, but all I know is
She talking about it.
I left
She
it
talking about
alone.
stop
I was
shacking
like,
up.
nothing happened. I don't know what else to tell you. My phone got smashed up, and I don't know what else to tell you.
He would have been buying me a new phone. All
Yeah,
the gadgets and everything that come with it.
you
Shoot,
know that
good day.
Negro natural. You already know. He
Uh-huh.
didn't have he didn't have a pot to piss in or window to throw it out, so it wouldn't have mattered.
I wish I never met him. Mm-mm. That wasn't
Hey,
even my
look, look,
husband. I
look,
said,
look,
goodness
look,
gracious.
look, and look. That song you were just singing when my ex-wife did that shit to all my stuff. That's I used to play that motherfucking song. I wish I never met her at all. I ain't bullshitting. I ain't lying. I promise. Hey, I promise. Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
There's some people. It's true. There's some people you wish you'd have never came across.
Man, it
Yeah.
hurt.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you. Yeah, man. And it hit worse because you can't do nothing about it.
Yeah.
Ain't been ready.
Yeah, you can. You don't got sisters, shoot.
Just don't
You don't
choose.
got
You
cousins.
gotta be able to read the signs next time, and don't deal with people that start like we saying talking about. You keep doing this, I'm gonna call the police. When you start, you should you should pick it up the first time.
Facts. Facts.
Y'all, that same woman from New Orleans who tried to burn us up. After I left, I
She
ended
said
up getting
burn
my
y'all
stuff.
up. She try to burn y'all up, or she try to burn you up.
She was there. She was there. We was gonna die. We
She
would
was
have
probably
burnt
gonna
up.
escape out that window and watch you
Man,
burn. Shoot.
he stood right next to the stove with the
But now
lighter. He
she
would have been
crazy,
the first to
crazy.
blow up.
Somebody stood right next door
Might have
with
to
the
be a
lighter.
gas stove.
Crazy.
That's wild.
But
This ain't
that
really
same
funny, but
lady,
it's just like really crazy for real.
after I left her, went back around the corner. She had been calling me for like 2 or 3 days, trying to get me to talk to her. And I said, man, I'm not really trying to come over there. I ain't trying to do none of that. I promise I'm gonna be cordial. I ain't trying to start a mess. I just want to talk. So I said, all right, cool. Come over here.
You fell for that?
I
Boy,
fell for
I'll
that
tell
shit.
you.
I fell for it. So she came over there. I was about to get in the shower. She talking, asking me if I'm gonna come back over there, and I'm like, nah, I'm not really trying to do it. So she started trying to, get intimate. So I'm like, nah,
You was in the shower.
yeah, I'm not about to, we're not doing that. And plus, I'm dirty anyway. That was my excuse. I'm dirty anyway. I'm finna get in the shower. I'm gonna come over there. I'm gonna come over your house after I get out the shower. But she knew I was full of shit. She knew I was lying. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
she said, okay.
Mm.
And she turned around. We was in the bathroom. She turned around like she was gonna walk off, and she grabbed some Windex off the counter and started spraying me in the face with this shit. Now,
Oh damn.
I'm not knowing that Windex ain't toxic, so it ain't gonna burn or nothing, but I'm panicking because you didn't spray me in my damn eyes with some type of chemicals. So
Right.
I can't
Yeah,
even
that's
see.
right.
My eyes closed, but I'm reaching. So
Yeah, yeah.
I ended up grabbing her like by the shirt. She
Yeah.
kicking and she done fell on the floor, kicking and spinning on the floor. I grab her and I'm dragging her out to the front door.
Yeah.
Cause mind you, this not even my apartment. This my auntie apartment. So
Yeah.
I get her to the front door. I open it. I'm getting her out. She got her arms hung on both sides of the door where I can't get her out. No lie, y'all.
Oh
I
my.
put my foot on the lady back and had to really force her out the door.
Why
Once
you
I
start
got her out,
laughing? It's crazy.
This sounds
once
like
I
a
got her
movie.
out, I slammed the door, I locked the door. I took a deep breath. As I'm taking a deep breath, I'm smelling smoke. I
Oh
was
damn.
At this time I was smoking cigarettes and I forgot I had a cigarette in the bathroom. When she did that shit, I dropped it and it fell on the rug and lit my auntie whole rug on fire. So
Oh man.
I ran back in the bathroom, pouring water on this damn rug. All of a sudden, all I hear, this lady then threw the plant that was on the porch. She threw it through the window, and
Oh man.
then she kicked out the last three windows. Boom, 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 boom. Nobody would have known this. The maintenance man was standing right outside and saw her do all this shit.
Oh, good.
And he went and told the office. That's the only thing
Yeah,
that
that saved it.
that's the only thing.
Otherwise, they would have made it seem like you caused all that to happen.
She went home, told her mama that I beat her up and threw her through the window. Then
Oh
Wow.
man.
because when she kicked through the window, she cut her leg. So now she at the hospital where my mama work and told my mama that I threw her through the window. Now
Wow.
my mama calling me hysterical, son, are you crazy? I'm like, mama, you really believe this shit?
But look at that. Automatically believe the woman.
Facts.
Just because
Facts.
she's a woman.
I'm
And
sorry.
she
You
cried.
stop it.
And she cried.
You know,
A woman's tears can get a man
you
locked up.
know, to a
Yep.
certain, I- it's gonna sound bad, but whatever. A man have a right to defend himself especially if it's a life-threatening situation. I don't care what nobody say about it. Now, I'm not saying beat her the hell up, but like he said, he had to literally put his foot on her back to push her out.
That's
That
crazy.
mean that she had some strength
Right.
in
Yeah,
her.
exactly. That's right. Yeah. Yeah. She
This
had
a
that angry
grown black
strength.
woman. What you mean? You
Yeah, she
mad?
had that angry strength.
She was
Mm.
strong. Yeah, she was strong. Oh yeah. But the maintenance man ended up telling the office people. And so when my auntie got there, she looking for somebody who gonna pay for her window. But now I'm like, Auntie, I pay
Ooh.
for it. But the office man already told the office, so they wasn't tripping. They came and fixed it and made her pay for it.
Good.
Or she was gonna get evicted. You
Good.
know, so
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
yeah, but that was
So,
horrible. She tried to socially destroy me and tell my mama that I done threw you through the window. Like, come on.
Yeah, man.
so, do you all feel like there's a double standard in how society views men versus women in domestic disputes?
Easily.
Most definitely. Yes, most definitely.
Hmm.
Simply because men stronger and
Right.
women are
Facts.
seen a certain way. But I didn't seen some women give men the business. I didn't seen some male
I
victims
have
just
too.
to be like, damn, bro, you just gonna
Man, man, look at here. I got a cousin. I'm talking about she used to put them hands. When I say put them hands, man, look at here. Say, man, the nigga ain't have no wind. Nigga ain't have no wind, dog. I feel sorry for him. I'm like, damn, if she kicking your ass like that, why are you still with her? Like, damn, I'm talking about, man, when I tell you, hands, say, dog, say, man, hey, man, it was a sad sight to see. I ain't lying. I
But
ain't
you
lying, but
laughing though. But why you laughing? See what I'm
because,
saying?
I'm laughing because now
because
he's saying it. I'm talking about
you know,
hands.
It's funny when
you
it's
know,
a man though. But
It's the
you know
visual.
the yeah the vision. If you can visualize what I seen, because I've never seen a woman handle a man like that. That was my first time ever seeing something like that. And I was like, oh shit, I'm talking about like a rag doll. I'm talking about, and I'm glad he didn't hit her back or none of that.
That's
He
why
just,
he didn't hit him back. That's why.
he basically took that ass whooping and a whole lot of other ass whoopings from her. You feel
No.
what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah. I witnessed this. I witnessed this.
Did he
I'm
stay with
talking
Probably
her?
would
about
have killed her if he hit her.
Did
Cause
he
that
stay
yeah.
was just
with her?
some built up anger, man.
Say, man, I'm telling you, I'm talking about, how the wrestlers, grab their shirt and tear their shirt off of them. Say, look at here. Horrible, horrible situation. But if the shoe was on the other foot, the nigga would have been sitting his ass and probably still sitting in TDC right now.
So I got a question for you. If you seen out there, why you didn't call the cops? Because if it was a woman, what you would have did?
If
Dang it.
he if he if he's sitting there taking that
He don't
ass
want
whooping
to
like
fight.
that and many other ass whoopings like that, ain't no sense of me getting involved. He a man. He not no woman. If that was a woman, yeah, it'll be something different. You feel what I'm saying? But he a grown man. He's strong just like I am. So if you willing to take those ass whoopings, hey, ain't nothing I can say or do about it. Because eventually, whoever get involved, you're still gonna go back. You're still gonna go back because this is not the first, second, third, fourth, or fifth time you getting your ass whooped.
Yeah.
Sadly, I could agree on that one.
As a man, you got logic on your side. It ain't like the emotions holding you there. Nigga, get your ass on up out of there. You
Nah, I know
don't
some
gotta
men that
stay.
are way more emotional than some women. To be real,
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
can be, but what
yes,
I'm
Yeah, they
saying
can
is
be.
Yeah. My ex-husband
inherently
was very
your
emotional.
logic ain't gone nowhere, bruh. It's there. You thought 100 times, man, I need to leave this bitch whooping my ass. I know that went past across your mind.
Yeah,
You just didn't act
yeah,
on it.
man. Yeah, and for me to see that happening, I know he felt some type of way.
mm,
But at the end of the day, he never raised his hand. All he was basically trying to do was grab her so she couldn't hit him no more. But shit, hey, she was too smooth. Hey, she was too smooth.
it's crazy.
I ain't lying, and I don't mean to laugh because he was getting his ass whooped, but the vision of it, you feel what I'm and say, you know,
She going to work
it,
on it.
it couldn't have been me. It couldn't have been me. That's all I can say. It couldn't have been me. Cause I'm not gonna let you do anything to harm me whatsoever.
Yeah,
Nothing.
yeah. So when it comes to false allegations, what is the solution? Because complaining just isn't enough, right? So if we really want change, what does that look like?
Get away.
That's a man's only option. There's only one other option. And I
Hmm.
don't think women want that. So
The
men, we're
problem,
gonna have to step up and make the decision to just get away from.
and that's hard
And
to do because
that,
there's kids involved sometimes.
Right.
but
It's either
but the
that
thing about
or
it is, but the thing about it is, it's either you get your ass whooped in front of your kids, or
Mm.
leave this woman, and you're still gonna be able to see your kids and do for your kids. But I'll be damned if I'm sitting there and let you disrespect me and put your hands on me in front of my children.
Kids should
You feel
never
what I'm
see nothing
saying?
like that.
No.
No, no. Mm-mm.
You feel what I'm saying? Because a woman would feel real fucked up. She called herself putting her hand on this man in front of his kids, and he be to knock the shit out of her.
Right,
Now you want to call. Now you want to call the police.
but men generally stay because it didn't hurt.
and we
Yeah.
love our kids
Or they
too.
can get over it. where they
Yep,
can
they can
move
get
on.
over it because it didn't hurt.
Yeah.
My kids kept me around a long time. I used
Yeah,
to sit in my
mine too.
truck. I used to sit in
Yep.
my truck. I would get off of work, pull up to the house, and sit in the truck for about an hour, preparing
Man,
myself to go
dog.
in the house. The one
Man,
thing
dog.
that one thing that lit me up is when I opened the door, them babies ran up and said, "Daddy," and jumped all over me. That's the one thing
Look,
that kept me coming back in there.
look, and that's another thing. That's how you know it's bad. When you get off of work, you don't even want to go in the fucking house.
Sure, I open the door
You
and go
don't even want
straight
to
to
go
the
in the
house.
house.
Straight inside the house. Anytime I pull up.
I used to sit in
Yeah,
the
you don't
truck.
even want to go in the house. I sit outside. You feel what I'm saying? Listen to music as long as I
Oh
can,
no.
hoping, you know what I'm saying, that she in the bed sleep. That's how you know when it's past bad. It's time for you to leave now because you don't even want to go in the house.
She wake up angry.
You know,
She was
and look,
mad in
and
the
that's why
morning.
you know, and now when I had to go through that situation, now I understood why a lot of men worked a lot of hours because they didn't want to fucking go home. They didn't want to go
Stay at work.
home. They rather stay at work and be away from that shit.
Sad.
Hey guys, I'm
Mm-mm.
gonna have to get let you guys go. I gotta
Well,
get work in the morning.
okay. So,
All right, doctor.
Peace
bye,
Bye.
out.
Avon.
Next time. See you next time.
All right. So we're about to wrap this
Yeah.
way. So, what besides legally, like penalties for, okay, there y'all go. Penalties for false reports. Um,
It
what
really
else?
needs to be a law put in place for that. It really does.
I agree. I definitely agree. I definitely agree. I do. I think that it should be faster investigations too before public charges are announced because a lot of
Facts.
people are, if you're arrested for something, they say that you're charged, of course, and they say that you're presumed innocent before guilty, but that's not always the case. They don't look at it like that. People will put
Facts.
the whole record online just because you were charged with something,
Yeah,
you weren't
because
even
you're charged with something.
yeah. So what do you think the community responsibility is whenever it comes to situations as such?
Stay out of it until you know all of the facts.
Exactly. Stop automatically choosing sides. You're right,
Facts.
without all the facts. Um,
Because
I-
somebody, because you might be able to tell a story better than I can, and I'm the one that's telling the truth.
So I got a question, Natural.
mhm.
So, like for instance, because I actually think that we should have natural law. Because the way I see it, whenever humans do too much thinking about stuff and go to adding too much thinking into it, you make shit more
Yeah, man.
difficult. So now that we got laws in place to protect women from nothing, they can use that for nothing. But if you go
Facts.
to other countries, some third world countries or other places outside of America where they don't have the same laws and they got natural law, women don't try the same stuff because when a man defend himself or get on your ass, ain't nobody gonna say nothing. So
Right.
now you in a position to where you got to think about what you finna do. You have to think about
Hmm.
it
Hmm.
because natural
Hmm.
law is gonna prevent you from doing whatever you want to do. So if you know that this man can exercise his will to live on you, you're not gonna play with him like that.
Facts.
But it's also been a thing to where everybody is supposedly treated equal with these equal rights and things of that sort. I'm not saying that it's put in place for everyone, right?
Hmm.
But I have seen a woman hit a man and a man hit a woman back, and they call it self defense too. So I have
Yeah.
cases
Yeah.
like that happen. So um, everybody want to be equal these days. I don't feel like we're equal. I
We're not,
don't. I
and
feel
there's
like
nothing
No,
men have
wrong with
we're
their
it.
not.
role
No,
and women
not at
have
all.
their role, but that's a whole nother podcast. But I don't know.
And
Uh,
the reason why I say that about natural law, natural, is because of the way when you when you look at men or boys when we at play or when we at work, we exercise in natural law most of the time, unless it's around a bunch of white boys and pussies. But when it's the fellas, we exercise in natural law, which means you got to watch your mouth when you talking to the next man and vice versa.
That's
Because if
right.
you
That's
say the
right.
wrong thing, he gonna go in your shit.
That's
If
right.
you do the wrong thing, we gonna go in your shit. So
Facts.
therefore, mutual respect must be maintained. But when
Yeah.
one side of the party got the slave patrol on their side, the other party don't have nothing, you can exercise the slave patrol against me,
mm,
free of
That's
charge,
right.
no
That's
consequence.
right. That's right.
I think we should educate our young men and women about the long term consequences of false accusations as well.
Yes, yes, because just like you said earlier, a lot of young men are brought up in a household with just their mama, and I was one of those young men that was brought up in a household with just my mama. You feel
So
what I'm saying? I don't, um have those feminine ways, you know what I'm saying? Those, but we have to educate these young men as well as these young women, you know. Don't follow what you done seen because at the end of the day, it's gonna fuck up your life forever. Whatever decision you make is gonna fuck up your life.
Yep, stop glorifying the get them back culture. Just move on.
yeah,
Yeah, just move
Exactly.
on.
that get back
Exactly.
shit is so lame.
Yeah,
People want to
it's
put
it's
bodies
it's
and
like it's
mileage on their body to get back at some. You're not doing nothing to the person by doing that. You
at
nasty.
all.
So,
Exactly. That's right. Yeah, for
so
real. Exactly. Exactly. You putting yourself out there.
right.
My bad, Natural. Go ahead.
That's okay, because I'm about to get to a close. So, what would you say to someone considering making a false report or a false allegation out of anger? What would you say to somebody
I'ma tell
that's
on your ass.
listening? What does that mean?
Say I'm gonna tell her your
I'ma
ass.
tell on your ass. You
Oh, I
finna
thought
go
you
lie
said I'm
on
gonna hit
somebody?
on you. Okay, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
I'm finna tell you. You finna go lie. I'm finna tell him
Okay, so
right
how do
now.
we?
Yeah.
Okay, so what about you, brother Critical?
Just what he said.
Y'all can't be having the same answers.
Yeah, we can't let it go down. I got to tell
Okay.
him.
Yeah, for
Got to
real.
tell him.
Okay, so how do we protect real victims while also protecting the innocent?
Somebody got to get to the liars and get them to stop.
How do we do that?
Hmm,
Well,
hmm.
first we got to determine who the liars are.
Hmm.
Then
Facts.
that group who can represent the liars, you got to get on down to the nitty gritty and tell your people to stop doing that shit. Shame. We
Yeah.
gotta bring shame back. The thing that men maintain in our circles, we will shame you for fuckboy behavior. You
Mhm.
doing something we don't approve of. You don't want to take care of your kids. You hitting that woman for nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything that we don't approve of, we gonna shame you for it. You're not gonna want to come outside tomorrow doing that.
Yeah, so
Exactly.
I don't want to ignore the comments. So, Brother Donnie said we must be an example by the way we carry ourselves on a daily basis.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We are
That's true.
lacking character and integrity.
Integrity, boy.
Yeah.
Character.
That's right. You know, and in our community, that's a huge problem. That's a huge problem. Well,
Uh,
I wouldn't say within our community, I would say within this generation.
right.
Yeah.
And when you hold somebody accountable, you become the bad guy. Because I had
Oh
to
yes.
hold somebody accountable just the other day, and I became the bad guy without people knowing what really transpired. But hey, I usually don't do stuff like that, but I had to do it. I had to get that done.
I knew
But
something was going on though. I
yeah, because
said
you
somebody
know my
fooling that.
character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody gotta be messing with you because you have a lot of integrity. So
Thank
you ain't made up
Yeah.
nothing on nobody. You ain't lied on nobody. If they not accepting whatever you saying, it's because they just can't accept the truth. Nine
you.
times
You
Right.
out of
know,
10.
my thing is everybody can't be right all the time. Everything not gonna go your way all the time. So as being adults, we have to pull up our big boy drawers or your big girl panties. You feel what I'm saying? And step up to the plate and handle that shit like the adults that we are. Ain't no sense of all of that um pouting and playing victim and all of that extra shit. You feel what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, if you're supposed to be an influencer, influence, influence. That's how I feel about it.
Absolutely. So, Brother Donnie said if everybody's inside the wagon, who is going to push it or pull it? See, y'all have to follow Brother Donnie because
Donnie be
every
cooking.
every every morning he posts something very inspirational and I am just getting to know him and oh my goodness. I just followed him and every day is something every morning I wake up to something inspirational,
Read his
something that I
last
can take
comment,
with me
natural.
throughout the day. And
And that's
he's
the
a
key.
joy to be around, just a joy. He is the life of the party, you understand? But he's very knowledgeable and full of wisdom. So if you're going to be an influencer, make sure you're making a positive impact. Otherwise, you're not influencing anything but negativity.
That's right. Facts.
Read his one
Facts
before
on
that.
facts.
The one before that is the one that I love. If
No,
everybody's inside the wagon, who is going to push it or pull it?
he got one before that.
Where we are today, we have put a price tag on something that is priceless.
That's profound right
Man.
there.
Hey, yeah, that's that shit right there.
Because you
Yeah.
Yeah,
can
that's that
literally
shit
go,
right there.
you can
Y'all
go
need to
outside with
go
a camera
follow
right
Brother
now.
Donnie. Go follow Brother Donnie. Y'all will not regret it.
I
But
bet you could go outside with a camera right now. Find somebody, a random woman with fake everything on. I
mhm.
put my bottom dollar on it. You can pay her to tell you the truth about some of that shit. But you probably couldn't do it the other way around. And
Hmm.
what he's saying is like integrity is something that you would want to have. It's a great character quality. But
Facts.
the world we live in today is so damn fake
Hmm.
that you really gotta put a price tag on something like that. Integrity is not
Yeah,
easy to come by. You damn near gotta pay somebody to be real.
yeah. And shit, and when you do that, they still ain't real.
Still.
Now, Brother Critical, you know me. If I could say it behind closed doors, I could say it in public too.
Facts. That's right. That's right.
I
Yeah,
was
yeah,
supposed to
you
You know
be.
damn
that's
right.
one thing about me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So,
And that's one thing that I do love. You know what I'm saying? Because you can always repeat yourself and you stand on that shit. You feel what I'm saying? And I rocks with that shit. So if she's standing on it, I'm standing on it. If she ain't standing on it, I'm standing on it.
Brother Donnie said if he wants to walk with everybody, he is afraid to stand alone. Oh, I love this.
Yeah,
I love it.
man. Yeah,
I'm
man.
highlighting
Yeah.
his stuff. I love it. I'm about to go back and look at this.
Yeah.
Champ, really? Snitches get stitches. Bye. You are not. Bye. You know, we're not. Don't try to compete with Brother Donnie. You're going to lose, okay?
Stitches, get stitches.
Okay, so you know what? I'm not fixing to play with her. So, okay, so if the system is powerful enough to protect, it is powerful enough to destroy. So when lies send someone to prison, it doesn't just harm one man; it harms the children, it harms families, trust in
Facts.
institutions, and it weakens real cases of abuse. Y'all stop
Yes.
telling lies out
Yes.
there. Stop telling lies.
It does.
Don't
Yep.
laugh at her. So this conversation isn't about gender wars. It's about truth. It's about integrity. It's about making sure justice is just that, justice. You know, it's not about revenge. You know, dressed up as righteousness. You know,
Mm-hmm.
we're tired of fake people. Like, why ruin somebody's life just because you're upset about something? It just absolutely makes no sense to me. So if we truly want change, then we must demand accountability from everyone. Well, if you're around me, you're gonna have to be able to accept constructive criticism and be able
That's
to
right.
hold me accountable as well. And how many times do I say it? That's why I have a small circle. Brother Donnie said the problem is we have worked so hard to be a part of a system that only wants to destroy us. And that is facts. That is
Yeah.
facts. Absolute facts. So if you know someone out there that spread lies and rumors, especially to that extent of rape, abuse,
Mm-hmm.
things that could harm a person's life and their whole entire character, call them out, do something about it. Don't stay silent. Don't stay
That's
silent because
right.
actually people that's going through this in real life. And I don't think it's funny to put your hands on a man either. I don't think that's funny. I don't think it's funny. I know that y'all are laughing, and I know guys do that, and I know that sometimes you all have to hide your pain. And you know, and that's why I'm a big advocate for black men because I feel as if as a black woman, we have so many people speaking up on our behalf, but who speaks up for y'all? Who cares about
Nobody.
what happens to y'all in this system? You know, so I could be called all kind of pick me's all day, but guess what? I've been chosen. Been chosen. So peace and power, y'all. Until next time, this is I Thought We Wanted Change, and we will see y'all next week.
Yeah, man. Good show.
Good
Great show.
conversation.
Great show. Great
All
show. Great
right.
topic.
All right.
See y'all, man.
All right.